Susan and I were going to meet up. It just didn't happen. Now, it was literally always from her end. Obviously not. Not literally every time. There were times that I wasn't able to show up on time. There's also times that she told me to meet her there and she wasn't there. She didn't take it seriously. She didn't take the gravity of the situation seriously, just like everyone else. It's go to this place and go to that place. But my disabilities through all of it are ignored. The fact that I can't function because of long-term abuse. I'm trying to get Susan to take the time to look at this. I understand that the stuff that I've been involved in is scary. You don't think it's scary for me being forced into it? It's scary as hell. But one thing I promised all of you is if you help my predators get away, I'll tell the truth about you. The thing is, I told the truth all along anyway, so it's not too much of a problem. I can be mad about the situation without being hostile. But when there's a situation like this, when you say that you're going to help somebody and you don't help them, you don't get back a hold of them, you don't keep your word over and over and over again, the longer it takes for you to take it seriously, the more likely it is the victim is going to be blown off and harmed again. Now let's play one of the situations with Susan, and I've got her name on my YouTube channel probably 100 times because of the situations with her. And she was, to the best of my knowledge, honest through most of it. There's a lot of stuff with her that I can't fact check because that would require following her around, and I'm not going to do that. The other thing is, I don't have verification that it was her that talked to him. But what I do have is verification that she was a witness to Mr. Murphy stalking my vehicle and honking at it while I wasn't even there. He does that while I'm in it, too. That's what alerts me to the fact that, yeah, this dude is still stalking me, and he's going out of his way to antagonize me and let me know that he's doing it openly. Susan's number is up. The whole world can see it. It's unfortunate. See, that's the thing. If I'd had a friend or family member going with me for any of these situations, it would have been taken seriously. It's just unfortunate that Susan didn't try taking it as seriously as she should have, nor did any of these other people. When you procrastinate, you allow the predators to get away, and the longer you procrastinate, the more likely they are to get away. That's why I record everything. If you don't like that I record, well, big fucking whoop. Here's the thing about Susan, is that she is a witness. This is Susan's voice. Susan called me. I didn't have the ability to record it, so figured it was immediately after she confronted him that he took it seriously and went down and got a protection order against me. I couldn't get help getting a protection order against him. I just got sent around in circles. I should have had a protection order against him in Hood River. I was sent around to all sorts of services that are supposed to help me with that. Of course, they wanted to go, oh, well, how did it start? Well, it started with Hood River Police Department lying to him, lying to Logan and lying to Shayna. She called me and told the story, and I didn't record it, so I let her know I'd call her back so she could tell her story. Being a no-call, no-show on such an important situation. The least you could do is let the person know you're not fucking dead. And she didn't even do that. She intentionally put me through hell. Did she stop for one moment to think about me? How this would affect me? Emotionally or otherwise? No, she didn't. Just like every other time, she didn't understand how this was going to affect me with all of the other people who had blown me off over and over and over and over again. This is how predators get away. This is literally what pushes people to commit suicide. When somebody who is an at-risk adult comes to you for help, you need to help them turn it in right away. Not procrastinate and talk about how you're too busy.
Hello.
Hey, Susan.
Yeah.
All right, I've got it so that it's able to record now, so you can go ahead and tell the story again.
Okay. Yeah, I called you a few minutes ago to tell you that the stalker that you have from Hood River came into the parking lot at the library, and as soon as he saw your car, he sat there and started honking, and then he saw me standing there watching him, so then he turned the corner a little bit and was going over to park, and I told him he was wasting his time because you weren't in your car. And then he pulled up and asked me what Sean had told me about him, and I said everything that I believe is true, and you are stalking him. And then I came into the library, and when I was leaving, he came in, and he said that, he's talking about you too. And I said, yes, I know he is. I watch his videos. And then I walked out the door, and he went into talk to the librarian. And that was the end of it. And he came back, got in his motorhome or his camper thingy, whatever it is, and drove out. And that was it.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that shows, like I was saying, he has been stalking my channel. The fact that he knew who you were, and, obviously with me not actually recording you on my channel, it's just...
Yeah, he didn't know me until he saw me watching, and he probably was thinking, oh, I need to smooth this over because I don't know who she is, but I've been honking and, it was acting a little weird. Of course, and then he smiled, that smile that Curves use. I'm sorry, I grew up with them. I know what they look like, and he had that smile.
Yo. And that's the thing about Logan and Shayna, the recording with them. I think I sent you that. I'm not sure if I did.
I saw that. And so Enable's backed up her story. So, and even if I hadn't seen that today, I would have believed anything that you said about him because I was watching him at Safeway when he's out there begging for money. And he actually, you can see it.
Yes, ma'am. There was a couple of people over there that had some not so nice things to say, but for the most part, he wasn't doing anything illegal over there, so that's part of the reason nobody did anything. But I did let people know that he's been stalking me since Hood River. The police have been notified at least a dozen times of the situation. The thing is, I have to be afraid to go to the police alone, and with you, actually seeing that with your own two eyes and interacting
you weren't anywhere around, so you didn't paint it or nothing, so,
See, that's the thing, is that he was honking at my vehicle. He does that to let me know that he's there. He'll drive by and wave with that big old fucking smile. Ha ha, motherfucker, I got away with it. That's what that smile fucking means. Ha ha, I'm still getting away with it. Ha ha, nobody will help you. And I'm stuck having to do this with 2 cell phones in my car. running around all these services that send me around to other services. It's not just stalking. It's not just stalking from these people. I've been terrorized from one end of the country to the other. One end of the country to the other. You goddamn right I speak out. Now, did Susan tell me the truth about the situation with my stalker? Seems a little odd that she would just give her vehicle away. Well, that's the thing about procrastinators. You know, I wanted to believe that there was legit reasons. And you know, with the phone thing where she made a contingency plan and then she didn't follow through with it. She didn't. The things that we had agreed upon, so I didn't end up having to go through the whole library searching for her. Those were her ideas, her plans, and we implemented it. I implemented it, and it didn't work. And then she told me it was because of her notifications. The thing is, I know it's stressful, but it is way more stressful for me. I am the victim here taking this abuse, having to speak up with no friends or family because of that slander, because of people pretending that I kill people. That's the problem with lying to me. I'm gonna catch you. When you do something that intentionally harms another human being, yeah, I'm gonna speak out. If you don't want to help me no more, that's fine. But don't let me believe that my predators might have gotten a hold of you and fucking killed you. She's a witness that shows that I was trying to get help the whole time.
I saw it without, and if I hadn't seen his motorhome before, I probably wouldn't have thought anything about it until he started honking his horn. And I'm going, whoa, that's that dude.
Yeah.
Yup. Yeah, there's
When I left here for Astoria and Windsor to take Mia home, and I got Mia home safely, I didn't have any money to go anywhere. So the folks here with the fireworks stand, Mr. Bishop, gave me enough money to take Mia home. And the situation there in Astoria and the situation in Warrenton, was that it? Hell, I don't know. It's 5:30 in the morning. This is how you push people to suicide. You know, I spoke out about every one of these people who were witnesses who didn't try to help me turn it in. And I spoke up about every one of these police officers who refused to let me turn it in. I spoke out about every one of these services that I was sent to. All of them fleeced me. All of them took advantage of me, and you goddamn right I'm still speaking up. Don't fucking scam me. Don't take advantage of me. Don't lie to me. Don't omit information. Don't be a coward. There are things that Susan will never understand because she's a woman. She'll never have to go through it. I turn in predators. Or at least I try to. While these people attempt to push me to suicide. This is an emotional roller coaster having to go through this. Being stuck in public, having communication issues. The observations that she made are important. The fact that my stalkers can reach out and touch me at any point in time and not one of you is going to do a goddamn thing to stop it. Yeah, don't tell me your fucking stories. We've got a lot of Susan stories. Just like everyone else, she gets into talking. I believe most of her stories. When my words don't come together right, you call me a liar. When your words don't come together right, you treat me like hell because you made a mistake, and how dare I say anything? How dare I say anything about your imperfections? You know, after every one of these people that I spoke to about my abuse, you can tell the ones who care. Because they don't make it a story about them. They don't make it a pissing contest. Now these people, when they promise that they're going to help me, that they're going to look at the evidence, that they're going to take the time, and they don't take the time, and they don't take the time, and they don't take the time. Being able to turn in my predators gets further and further away. It's someone's job to investigate this. No one could possibly do this from homelessness. And that's the problem with me showing signs of trauma. If I showed signs of trauma, you pretend I'm a monster. If people bully me until I want my life to end, you use that as an excuse to discredit me, to drug me, to beat me. I know my story is hard to believe, with the exception of the fact that I'm not blaming aliens, and I've recorded it all. As soon as I got the ability to start taking screenshots, I did. If I'd have known how to take screenshots on my phone before Natalie was killed, I could have sent her the messages of what Tim Beeson was doing to me. Susan has a last name, and in order to get her into court, in order to have her subpoenaed, which is what needs to be done, you don't get to scam me. Just not gonna happen. Either that situation happened like she said it did, which would make her a witness to it, same as Logan and Shayna. I went around to everybody in this town trying to explain it, trying to get them to take a look. trying to get them to actually care. Anything other than just casually let it go. Because it's not happening to them. You don't know how scary it is having to go to a woman to ask for help. Because you get to hear about how horrible women have it. How scary it is to go to a black man for help. Because you get to hear about how horrible black men have it. How horrible it is to go to a gay person for help. Because they tell you about how horrible gay people have it. Your words are never heard. You want to talk about how messed up the situation is? How messed up and corrupt the courts are? But you will let an innocent man burn for trying to get help. How many days have I wasted waiting on people to show up who never did? How many days have I spent driving around for empty promises that never showed up? How many days have I kept my word to never keep my mouth shut another day, my entire life? I'm not going to keep your secrets. My predators give out my information. They think it's okay. They think it's okay to harm a disabled person this way. I can't defend myself, and then they tell me that it's my fault because of the only options that I have for defending myself. I've never been to jail for murder, ever. Not even once. I've never been charged with child abuse. I've never been charged with child endangerment. I've never been charged with rape. I've never been charged with child molestation. I've never been charged with assault against a child. When they're allowed to antagonize you and take you to a hospital for trying to turn in police, pretty fucked up situation. I already know how KKK towns work. I will never shut up. I got these interviews from people with the intention of turning them into law enforcement. Before I ever started recording anything live, I recorded it offline just on my computers until they were full. I saved people's names, I saved their stories, I saved their words. I saved how they played stupid about the importance of the fact that I went to them for help before Natalie was killed. And I spoke up about how the things that they should have come forward with from the beginning, that I did speak up about, that I did sing their praises, that I did tell the truth about, but they never came forward. Then when they threw me away, they used those things to throw it in my face. Like Ed Simmons. I will never stop speaking up. I'm not allowed to do it the standard route. There is no help for me. There's go around in circles until you are overwhelmed and screaming for people to end your life. And they won't even do that. They won't even have the common decency enough to put their victim out of his misery. They just promise to. Now there's a possibility that something's happened to her. That it wasn't even her who called back. I mean, she apparently gave away her sob. Apparently. Y'all don't understand how scary it is to go to people who are just going to talk over you, who aren't going to make their appointments, aren't going to follow through with contingency plans. But I have to keep hoping because they keep promising they will. I admit it when I fuck up and I don't make it. I admit when I can't find the place. I admit when my phone doesn't work. I admit when people come to me for help. Y'all have no idea. You harm me for having mental breakdowns about being run around in circles. All anybody wants to do is have a conversation about it. Make it a conversation back and forth. No, that's not how you treat a victim. You do not talk over the victim. Especially if the victim is autistic and overwhelmed and in a state of crisis. What they're not understanding is that I can't function out of fear. All I can do is speak. Without a quiet environment, all I can do is speak. When I had quiet environments, I was locked up, and I did a lot of writing. But I didn't know everybody's names, and I couldn't look them up on the computer because I was locked up. But they didn't keep me long enough. They should have kept me forever. If they'd have kept me forever, people wouldn't have threatened to kill my little sister and others when Alicia Bollinger disappeared. All 3 times that Alicia Bollinger disappeared, people threatened to kill my family, threatened to kill my friends, harassed me over and over again. It was easy to tell when people had a popular website, because I'd get a bunch of people getting on and harassing me and tell me, what'd you do to her? What'd you do to her? I didn't do anything to Alicia Bollinger. Her fucking dad did. Every time they fuck up, I get fucking threatened. And you downplay every fucking bit of it. None of your numbers are safe. None of your names are safe. I will not keep your secrets. I do break the law when necessary, and I am fucking proud of it. But I don't matter. I don't matter. I recorded it offline. My friends claimed that they would help me to turn it in. I got recording after recording of them promising to help turn it in, and all of them procrastinating. Oh, Sean, I'll call you after I cook dinner. 3 weeks later, no call, no show. You could at least have the decency to let me know that you're not fucking dead. You could at least have the common decency to not pull a nasty fucking dirty trick like that to make someone believe that you might be dead. I called live and called and told her, hey, just let me know that you're not dead so I don't freak out. Why did I freak out with Jamie Curtis? Because she didn't tell me she wasn't dead after telling me that she was afraid of James Payton. To call her at least once a week, make sure that her and the boy are okay. And I did that. Don't scam me. Don't take advantage of my disabilities. And don't pretend that when I have a panic attack over you procrastinating over and over and over again, allowing my predators to get away, not making any understanding or attempt to understand why I am so incredibly afraid of the police. You also get to hear how people try to play it off nicer while they're aware that they're being recorded. On the bright side, I did record these things. If you're going to help a victim, don't procrastinate and play fucking head games and blow them off and promise you're going to help and say that you will, and then you're always busy, and then when they finally people's secrets and keeping their secrets, thinking I was doing them some sort of a goddamn favor. It's just too many bodies. No, you guys hiding your drug addictions and your partying is not worth my loved ones' lives. I don't give a fuck who you are. And I don't give a fuck how mad they are at me. I still love them. I'm sorry I disconnected. I'm gonna try another one. Ain't no rest for the wicked, ain't no fun in games.